Bruh, we have another very interesting spread and reading to get into for you today. It's just wild, and I know you're not going to be able to see this, but like when I put the camera back up, you're not gonna be able to, and this is wild. Um, yeah, so you are in an extremely powerful energy, and yeah, holy shit. Sorry for the language, holy shit. So, you are currently showing up as the Wheel of Fortune, King of Pentacles. And yeah, this is just piggybacking off of several other readings from TikTok, YouTube. Like, this Wheel of Fortune keeps showing up. You're very strong right now. You are in, yeah, I think we've been piggybacking, like talking about this for a while, a very new energy. And, you know, there is some things that I feel like my guides want us to discuss, which we'll get to, but like, yeah, for the most part, it's just like, holy shit. So, your current energy again is the Wheel of Fortune, King of Pentacles, Temperance sideways, and then when I clarified what that was, I got Eight of Swords. So, there's a couple energetic distortions that are going to come up that will hopefully some of it will clear out just by talking about it. But yeah, you are in a very strong energy. A little bit of this energy of where there is an imbalance. It's kind of entering through self-blame. I'm not saying the root of it is self-blame where you're like, you know, yeah, I'm going to get into that in a little bit, but like it starts there. Surface level, like on the outer level, it's like this energy of like self-blame, self-victimization. It's like for what isn't going right in your world, which it seems to be there's a lot that is going right, but what's not going right in your world, it seems to be like you're blaming yourself wrongly for it. So I'm like, like interesting. And then, you know, looking at the bottom of the deck from there on out, just currently from there, yeah, it just also really speaks on this drive, like this very like headstrong drive that I feel like in a way that you are or have been in that energy. But like we have the Hierophant reversed, the Hermit upright, Four of Cups upright, the Star, Seven of Cups. The drive, your drive and the direction in which you're headed is perfect. It's in alignment. Some of the energy that is fueling that drive might be a little bit out of alignment. Not a lot, not crazy. I feel like truly it's just like an energy within inside it. We're going to get to it in a second. I feel like there's two different ones that we're going to talk about. One is like some of this self-blame stuff, but there is another angle too where I connect it to like maybe a distorted serpent, like a distorted serpentine energy. But that ultimately, like it's really wanting to be drilled into this reading that like the direction in which you're going is perfect. Like it's fucking perfect. What's crossing you right now is your own strength, which I also found to be very interesting. This might be presenting for somebody where it's like you're not tapped into your strength, and that's what's hindering some of this energy from or keeping this energy continuously coming in. But I feel like for other people, I feel like it's like the more important message to bring forward here is an overuse of the masculine energy within inside of you. Like this drive, like this drive. And then so I asked for what's the resolution of that energy. And we have the Page of Cups and then Five of Pentacles reversed. Page of Cups upright, Five of Pentacles reversed. And I actually get with this message is to just learn from the experience, to be in the experience. There is nothing that you have to do to fix the experience. This is kind of where I feel like just talking about it resolves that energy. I feel like this is the one that just we can clear out just by talking about it. But yeah, it's like the lesson was to experience it, if that makes sense. The lesson was to have the experience, and then yeah, well, maybe that will come back up, but like I get the message that we cleared that just bringing it up and talking about it. The energy that you're into is the Lamb upright, very light card. And interestingly enough too, I drew behind it the Snake card, and it was reversed. So I take that as a message. I take that as very, very symbolic. You guys know me, I read both shadow and light. Like, I'm not afraid of the darkness and unearthing in the shadow. So I feel like this is very, very symbolic for somebody. And it's also like a message too, where it's like, don't, like, it doesn't have to be crazy. Like, you don't have to like judge yourself for if this does resonate and you do feel like there's a distorted serpent in your field. Yeah, I think you're gonna know, like, you'll feel it in your field if you feel like it's there, but like, you know, and then from here, from me, at least bringing it into your awareness, it's your responsibility. Now I at least don't have to like mentally worry about, you know, did I hold this space properly? Like, I let you know that I think that's there for some of you. And that's, I don't think, that is not something I feel we can clear out just by talking about it. So, yeah, I just don't need to think that it can just be cleared like that. This feels something deeper. But yeah, like ultimately it's like, you're in a very, 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 very strong energy. You're in the right direction. You're headed in an aligned direction. The energy that might be working against you is connected to an aspect of yourself that could be healed still a little bit deeper regarding, yeah, something with your mind and like blaming yourself for something. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit clearer on like what either you're blaming yourself for or like what is it, just seeing if I can get any more information. Ah, so Seven of Wands, the Sun. Maybe you haven't achieved a goal yet and you're blaming yourself for not achieving it. Maybe, maybe not, but that's how I feel that message is presenting. Maybe you want something that you don't yet have, and there's this sensation or this aspect of consciousness that's like pointing the finger at yourself, as basically being like, and you're the reason why you don't have it. Interesting. Any more? Ten of Swords reversed. You are totally blaming yourself for something. And maybe that's a cycle that's ending with you, where it's like, I don't need this aspect of myself anymore. Like, you know what? Like, taking accountability for your actions, your behaviors, life in general is one thing, but blaming yourself is another. And I feel like maybe you can just take the word blame, take it out of your vocabulary entirely. Maybe this is too about like taking a different perspective, creating a different perspective of yourself, of work, of the manifestation of your life. Because it's like, on the one hand, I do get it. I get what you're saying. It's like, no, like, I'm responsible for where I'm at in my life right now. That is true. But saying that, you know, blaming yourself for your circumstances does not help your circumstance. So, yeah, hopefully we cleared that other stuff out of your field about the blame. Ace of Swords upright. Queen of Cups reversed. Yeah, I think this is connected to an aspect of your feminine that in maybe this life or past lifetimes has been kind of brushed off or avoided, not nurtured. Because if this Queen of Cups were upright, none of this energy would not be here, because she cares for herself. She loves herself. She nurtures herself. She nurtures her mind. Um, yeah, but the Queen of Cups is reversed right now, and with it coming out in the story the way it's come out, and the overuse of the overdrive of the masculine that we picked up on earlier too, maybe that's where some of this energy is too. Maybe you're a bit too in your masculine right now. What else wants to come out? Yeah, this is like a repeating pattern, or it's been a repeating pattern where if not just in this lifetime, but this is a cycle that has been wanting or trying to end for a while, regarding the soul and the feminine, the balance of the feminine and masculine. This Ten of Wands could not pick like what side it wanted to show up on, and with that coming right after the Death card, it gives like the cycle, like it's not written in stone. Like it's never really been written in stone. Like the cycle has, I think it's been wanting to end, and it's kind of been like predicting code as to like when you're gonna end it. Maybe that's a message for something else too, that's not even connected to the feminine and masculine, but like a different type of cycle that your soul has been connected to and learning from. Final messages, final cards. Queen of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Cups sideways. The final messages are to take a look at your feminine. The imbalance that's entering through the mind is connected to the feminine, and it's connected to a cycle, a past life cycle, not a current cycle, one that is not written in stone, but that you've been learning from, and that I think your guides have been like preparing, like like basically waiting for you to like fully complete or step out of that cycle or a cycle, in divine timing, like, you know, when you're ready. But I feel like someone's ready. I feel like someone's ready. Here are your oracle cards, and then we'll hop off. The universe rewards motion. What guided action can you take today? And maybe this is too about taking action with your feminine. Like connecting to your feminine is an action. So I also see this woman like walking up this pathway with the light in front of her, and it just feels like I get the message of like the feminine is growing. And embodying the feminine, integrating the feminine, does not mean you become like more girly. Like that's not what it's about at all. We're talking about energetics, like internal soul work. Everyone has these energies both. But yeah, some major theme with the feminine is coming up right now. And then soul alignment. It's time for a radical change. How can you show up for yourself in ways that you never have before? And maybe too, this is about holding space for your mind. Instead of just letting your mind dictate to you what it's saying, hold space for it. Challenge your mind, like challenge your own beliefs that are entering your space, your field. Like vet them. Like don't just listen to everything your mind says. Like the information that's connected to your mind and that can enter through your mind is already fucking really complex. So it's like, if you're to just listen to everything your mind is saying, you're listening to probably at points in time hundreds of different beings that are not even yourself. I feel like some stuff that your mind is telling you could quite easily be resolved if you just like turn towards your mind and like, yeah, just hold a little bit of extra space with those, with your mind, with your mental energy. And you know, I'm gonna fucking do this later today. Like that just made me want to hold a session for myself and like do something specific. So I think this feels as complete as it's going to become. Numbers 27 and 26. Let me see what other numbers came up in these cards before we hop off. Quite a few major arcana cards though, like that are quite symbolic and like when they're on their own. Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, Strength, the Sun, two Queens, the Death card, two Aces, the Star, the Hermit, and Hierophant. So I only look at the numbers when there's like multiple of them. So I'm gonna say sevens, twos could be significant, ones could be significant, tens could be significant. But yeah, double tens, so definite ending, something with the mind, something's coming to completion. Two Aces, new beginnings, something was decided, something is going to be decided. I would more focus on the Ace of Cups than the Ace of Swords. That's just the way I feel it, because I feel like the imbalance is coming from this sword energy. Yeah. This was I feel like we did work in this reading, and I feel like this just catalyzed a little bit of work for you. So we will meet back next time, and I'm sending you love and support.